Hi everyone, I'm Joey. If you watch me regularly, I'm sorry I'm late. You might have been waiting for me. Just lots going on this week, but I didn't want to skip my Facebook Live because I have some really cute cards to show you, and I wanted to show you how to use the Hooray for Surprises dies from the mini catalog. And so I need to it does take a couple minutes for me to get all of my equipment set up here. I need to get my page pulled up on my iPad, and then I can see what you're seeing, so that if I get out of the picture or anything, I don't miss it and go for a while without you being able to see what I'm showing you. So, and then I also have my laptop here, and that is where I'll see your comments. So it takes a minute for Facebook to get through to everybody to let them know that I'm live, and it looks like I can see I'm live. So when you come on, say hi, let me know how you're doing today, let me know where you're from. I would love to get to know you, and if I already know you, I would love to know how you're doing today. I'm doing hectic on Wednesday. It seems like it's always kind of a little bit hectic, but I'm anxious to show these cards to you, so I think we can just go ahead and get going. Let me go ahead, and I have to click a toolbar here, and now I'm not seeing it. Here it is. And then I'll go upside down, but you'll be right side up. So if you're watching on Facebook, I would love for you to follow my page and like my page if you haven't done that yet. It'll take me a minute here to get, oh my gosh, everything got moved. I was doing reels yesterday, so that's the other area. If you're a person on Instagram, I've been doing reels on Instagram. That's been kind of fun. So if you are on Instagram, I would love for you to find me. I'm Create with Joey on Instagram as well. Still getting everything kind of situated here. I have to put my camera configuration completely different for reels, so now I'm kind of off. Sorry about that. Oh gosh, just gonna leave it. Okay, let me go ahead. Then the other thing I need to do is get my computer, my laptop going here. Hi Pam, welcome. Let me get well, my laptop. Hi Cindy, welcome. Good. Okay, people are finding me finally. It always takes a while. It's a little disconcerting because when you first come on, you're like, no one is here, and I know I'm late. So some people might have been waiting for me and thought, well, maybe she's not going to be live today. Oh, thanks for sharing, Cindy. That's so sweet. All right, my friends. Today I've already made a project sheet for what I'm showing you today, and the project sheet has everything I used on the cards, and then also the dimensions of everything, so that you can, if you want to reproduce it or you want to at least use the template, you have the measurements for everything. And now I realize I'm really sorry, but I forgot to turn off my overhead light. I'm going to be away from the camera for 2 seconds. Sorry about that. There's enough glaring going on with my desk lights that I really do have to have on, or it gets really dark on the screen. I'm going to kind of move this guy around. Hopefully that'll help. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let me show you this set we're working with today. So this set is called Hooray for Surprises. It's in the annual, nope, wrong. It's in the mini catalog, the January through April mini catalog that's coming to an end. It's on page 13 of your mini catalog if you have one. Otherwise, if you're looking online, again, it's called Hooray for Surprises. And they kind of show you here in this sample what happens with the dies that they pull open. Like this one showed you, this is the way it looked originally, and then whoever you're sending it to makes that little pull. And it's a little, I don't know if I call it confusing, that might go too far, but I'll show you how the dies work so that you're not intimidated by them. It took me working with them a little bit to figure out how to do it, but I'm going to take the guesswork out of you. Hi Pam, yay, you're live with me today. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I think the best way to show you is just to get going on the cards. So that project sheet, I'm going to probably put a link to in my email to my newsletter subscribers. So if you're not a part of my newsletter subscription list, let me just go, hi Kathy, I'm going to go ahead and put in a link to my my newsletter, because that honestly is the best way to keep up with everything that I do for my events, both online and in person, and everything. So I did put a link in my in the comments. So if you're watching on YouTube, thanks for watching on YouTube, and I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. And you can find all my links on YouTube under the video description. Sometimes it's easier on YouTube to find them than it is on Facebook. But you can find me. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of start. So I'm using the DSP here from the, this is, okay, so Joey, take a breath and start over. So we have new ink colors coming, and I'm going to show you today, and we're going to work with a lot of them. So these are the new ink colors. So, and plus Pretty in Pink, which is actually a returning color. I have it in my pack for my ink color club. I don't want to lose all my bits for my cards. So I do have an ink color club. I'll talk about that later, but Pretty in Pink is one of the colors. This kind of gives a sample of everything you would get in your monthly club kit, and then all these colors plus the Pretty in Pink are the new M colors. So there's Shy Shamrock, Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, and Summer Splash, and Pretty in Pink. So those are the 5 new colors. They're just beautiful. They look beautiful together. So now you'll understand a little better what I'm showing you and what what colors I'm using. Otherwise you might be thinking, what are you using there? So this is part of the DSP pack, the Designer Series paper. So all of our color families have a Designer Series paper pack, and you get one of, or several of each of the colors in the paper pack, so that you actually have DSP for all the colors in that color family, which is really nice. I thought I meant to cut this at 5.5. On the directions on the sheet, it's going to say 5.5, but it doesn't matter. This is 5 1/4 by 2. If you can do it either way. So what I want to basically show you is how these dies work. You will need to have 2 pieces of paper the same size. So actually, maybe 3 pieces of paper the same size. Let me see. We'll see how far we go. I think you have to have at least 2, but I made these a few days ago, friends. So now my mind's going, how did you do that? This is going to be on the inside, but in order to see the inside, oh, I know what I did. Yeah, I know what I did. Let me double check. Well, we'll just make it, I need 1 more of these, but I'll show you how to do that. So let's go ahead and let's just cut that while we're at it, and we'll have it ready. So you can use either paper that you cut, and when you do, we're making a template now for our, how do I say this? We're making a template for how to get your greeting in the middle of your tear-off piece, so that you know where it's going to appear when your person you're giving the card to tears off the little tear-off piece. Those are really technical terms, obviously. Okay, so let's go ahead. And I just chose, let me show you my card. So I just chose, you could make this any size, but I chose 3 by 3. And just to make it easy for you and for me. So now the first thing you need to do is you need to take whatever die you're going to use. I used this larger circle. Now this die, I don't know if you can be able to see this, but it has, there you can see it. So it has these little perforations in it, and that's what lets the tab pull off. So what you have to do, the very first thing you have to do is decide on what size you need your piece that you're going to tear off, and then you need 2 that size, maybe 3. Well, okay, so you need 3 to make your, oh Lord, Joe. Yes, you need 3. So 1 to make your template, your mask actually, and then 2, and then you'll keep that. You can just keep that with your dies, and then 2 to make your card. There you go. All right, that's right. I get flustered when I'm late, and I was late today. We had a landscape guy here. We have a new home. Well, it's not brand new. We've been here 4 years, and we need to do some landscaping. So, of course, the only day he could come that my husband could be here was today at 11:30, and my Facebook Live is at 12:30. So, you know how things go like that. Anyway, so I'm late. I'm really sorry for that. If you're on YouTube, I'm right on time. So I'm good there. Okay, let's go ahead and see what we have here. So this is just going to make our template for our mask. And actually we need, this is just, we're going to keep this and I'll show you how to use it, but we do need another one for our actual card. So let's go back and cut that again. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to just, so this, I probably could actually just lay this over. I do want my template to be pretty close to what my actual card's gonna be. Does that make sense? So I'm kind of lining this up. Yeah, kind of like so. There we go. Could you cut these both at the same time? Maybe. That might solve the dilemma of do you get it in the same place, so when they tear it off it's going to be centered the way you want it. We might try the next one cutting both at the same time. I think you could, and that would probably actually make life simpler. So let's go ahead. Now this one we don't want to open at all, so because this is going to go on the front of our card. So we're going to use this, and actually we don't need this for anything, but this is what we need to get started. So let's go ahead and figure out what we want on the inside, and then that's where we're going to stamp this. So this is where we're going to stamp. This is going to be our mask to get our greeting centered, like so. We're going to set that aside for a minute. Now, here's where we're going to figure out how we're going to stamp the inside. So I'm going to take the Petunia Pop. I love this color. I've already used up quite a bit of my cardstock for card swaps that I've made with other demonstrators. And, well, I love all the colors, but I kind of use this one the most. So I'm going to stamp this on first a piece of scrap paper. So this is my flower from the Hooray for Surprises stamp set. Hold on here. I don't know if this is going to be light enough. Let me double check it. No, my flower I did in pink. All right, we got to just pull that back out here. I can't remember. I don't know, my friends. Can you remember past like 5 minutes ago? I can't seem to. When I'm making my cards, I think, okay, yeah, I'll remember exactly, but no, I know. We can use that purple flower, the Petunia flower for the, okay, this is pink. This is a pretty in pink, and it's going to be now stamped off once, and then we're just going to go ahead and I'm gonna line this back up again, just lining up my corners so you can see that. You could tape this down, I'm not going to, but I'm gonna kind of center it up on my grid right here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and, I don't know that this flower has a direction. This particular flower, I can't really tell if it has a direction, maybe like this, I don't know, doesn't matter. Okay, so here we go. This is pretty and pink stamped off once, so it's gonna be very light, which is kind of what you want because we're gonna actually stamp our words over it. Then we're gonna take the Shy Shamrock, is a bluish, it's lighter than Coastal Cabana. I don't have it pulled out here, so I don't want to take your time, and you can't buy them right now anyway. We're gonna stamp, here's the best, but I wanted you to see them today, especially since I'm offering an In Color Club. So an In Color Club, you will get, every month you will get everything in one color. The ink pad, some cardstock, the blends markers, the ribbon, the DSP, everything that's in that color that's in the catalog. And I also give a hand stamp card. I'll show you all that in a bit, but let's go ahead and do this card. But this is what we want on the inside. This was just a practice so I could get my colors figured out, so we don't really need that at all. Now we've got to go ahead and make this part so that when they pull open, so this is going to tape on like this, like so. Let's go ahead and do the stamping that we need on the front of our card. So I'm going to go ahead, let's see, I have to stamp the pull. So I've got a lot of stamps out here, friends, because there's just a lot of things to show today. Okay, here's the pull. So there's one stamp that says pull, and then there's another one that says open here. And we're going to use both of those today so that you can see, and you obviously can't see that on the screen, so never mind. So we'll stamp the pull up here, right on this little tab, so that they know that that's how they're going to open the card. Otherwise, you know, it's going to have a pretty front on it, so they're not going to really know. All right, so now we need to put this aside again, and we do need to die cut our flower out. And now I'm remembering too that this particular flower, I had to spin the die a few times. Hopefully I'll get it figured out today. I don't know. Sometimes this is that, so I don't know if you can see me. I know my hands are in the way, but I'm kind of, what I usually do is kind of pick out something definitive that I can line up my flower leaves. And that obviously wasn't it. So of course I'm on live. No, that's not right. If you keep spinning, spin some more. That looks close, doesn't it? Maybe we've got it. There we go. I think we've got it. So we'll get that. Tape down. When you look at the stamp, it doesn't look like it would be hard to line up the die, but for whatever reason, that time at least, I couldn't see it right away. I was kind of 50-50 when I was making cards with this die. Half the time I lined it up right away, and half the time I had to spin it a little bit to get it out. All right, now the rest of what we're using on this card is also from this stamp, the set of dies. So I used, let's get that, I used this little flower on quite a few of the stamps. I used, on this card, I used this greenery and then this little leaf, just so you know what the dies look like. And I went ahead and did that ahead of time. Let me get out the rest of my card bits here. I'm just going to shake them out so that they're all ready to go. Okay, let's take this apart. I looked at this stamp set when the catalog first came out, and I thought, well, that's interesting. I'll maybe take a look at that later. And so it went on my list, and I didn't get it for the first couple months of the catalog. But then I looked at it more closely, and I thought, oh, this is really cool. So I don't think that goes on this card. I'm not sure where that came from. If you're putting comments in, I hope you are commenting. Oh, Cher's on, and Kathy's here, and Char is on. Yay! Okay, excellent. And I've missed some of these comments. I see that Kathy says they're having a sunny day and nice and no wind. I'm happy for you. We are too having a nice day actually today. All right, now let's go ahead and build our cards. So we've got this and this, which we've got made both the same size. Now I'm going to go ahead and use a little combo glue just around the edges here to, oops, of course, you know, this is probably empty. That's the way my Facebook Live goes. Nope, it's not. And I'm just gonna put a little bit in the corners here. I don't want this to, you don't want it to be on your circle, because then it will glue your little cute little flap down, which is the whole point of the card. So you just want to make sure it's on the very edges. You could use, you could put it on this. That probably would have been better than I could tell for sure. Now I know this is going to be lined up because we lined that up on our very first steps making the card. Does that make sense? So now the only person now that's going to see the inside of that card is the person that gets the card. And then for this we can go ahead and use our Stampin' Seal. And then this mat is just a little bit bigger. The white again is 3 by 3, and this is peach pie. Got a lot of pies going on. We got peach pie, pecan pie. I thought there was another one in there. Okay, so there's that. And then for these, oh, and you guys, the new glitter paper. Oh my gosh. So there's in color glitter paper. Let me just grab that. I have some scraps here. Okay, so look at this. So this is a peach pie. What is that? That might be the wrong. I don't think that's supposed to be in here. That got in the wrong. That's Berry Burst from the Old Olive, White, and Berry Burst. But so these are the in colors. So here is, you can see them all down here. So you've got the Shy Shamrock. This is the Summer Splash. This light pink is obviously the pretty pink. This darker pink, I don't know if you can't see that the greatest, is the Petunia Pop. And then of course the peach here is the peach. So that's in the new annual catalog, and you'll be getting little pieces of that as just an extra gift for my In Color Club. All right, so this is this, all these S's. Summer Splash. This is Shy Shamrock. Gosh, I'm having trouble saying all those S's. All right, I'm just going to put this on a mini glue dot here to stick it onto my, this is maybe my favorite. It's the most glimmery, that's a green one. And then we'll put another mini glue dot on the front of this little group of leaves and greenery. And then we'll put that on the back of our flower. Like, again, this flower, I can't tell what's up and what's down. Like, we're gonna just take a chance and go there. And then this has to go like this so they see it. So let's kind of angle that up like that. So you don't want to hide your little tab that says pull, because again, they won't have any idea that there's a surprise in there. Let's go ahead and get this all pulled off. And I forgot to say earlier, if you put in a $40 order or more this week, you'll, with this host code. Now this is a continuing host code from last week. So if you ordered last week, I'll be able to look at the date to see which class to go you'll be getting. But I went ahead and kept them the same because I was just running short on time, to be honest. So there we go with those colors. Let's go ahead and let's pop this up with dimensionals as well. But you'll get all the card kits I'm showing today free. I just send them to you when I get your order. And I'll be honest, when I did the prepping for Facebook Live, I made up some card kits, and when those are gone, I will send you a dimensional. You won't go away with nothing but, not dimensionals, what am I saying? An embellishment, goodness gracious. Like so. So get your orders in soon if you want the card kit that I'm showing this week. All right, so let's go, and through Sunday at the latest. So this closes Sunday. And I have quite a few card kits, so don't be afraid you're not going to get a card kit. And what I might do is, if I don't have enough card kits pre-made, then when I get home, I'm happy to make them. I just didn't want everybody to be waiting a long time. So I made up some yesterday as I made these up. So quite a few are cut already. Okay, now we've got two embellishments within colors, and this one I've already used quite a few of the pink, well, all the pink and all the purple almost. These are the sparkly adhesive back ones, and these are the matte dots. What are these called? 2024-26 in color resin dots, and I've used quite a few of both of those. Hang on, I can grab new ones. Just a second. I didn't realize I had used so many, but here you can see the full packs of these. And every month with your in color kit, then you'll also get a sampling of the gems. And then you'll also get a whole pack of one of these at the last month. And then here, there's the little resin dots. Pull these out. So those are the two sets of embellishments and in colors that are coming in the new catalog, and that you will get samplings of in your in color kit if you sign up for In Color Club. All right, my friends, so there's that one. Let's go ahead and do a little embellishing. Do I have any embellishments on this card? Oh, I do. So I used, let me go back to my used ones though, so we use these up. And for this card, we'll go with the peach ones. So just grab my tool. And these are a little more pale than the color itself, but they give you that flavor of the peach. And then let's put one right in the middle of our, maybe a bigger one in our flower center so that shows. Now, your card's done. Oh, we need to put something on the inside. So let me grab, I did cut an inside for this card. So our card said, "You're the best" on the outside. So we could go ahead and do sending you lots of love. That would work. Let's go ahead and stamp that. For the inside of our card, let's go ahead and I'm trying to think what I'm going to embellish this with. So maybe we'll go green. Let's go green with a greeting. And we used both Shy Shamrock and we used Summer Splash. To think through these colors. Sending lots of love. I know people this week that need a lot of love sent their way, going through really hard times, so I've been pulling out cards. with sentiments kind of like this. I want to make sure I stamp this well. Sending lots of love. There we go. And that's what Shy Shamrock looks like. Nope, I lied. Nope, yeah, that's right. Shy Shamrock. Shy Shamrock is the darker of the two bluish greens. And then let's put, there's a little heart stamp in here too. It's really cute. We're going to use that on another project as well, but let's go ahead and put some little hearts here. There we go. Okay, so now our card is done, and I think it's a really cute idea that they can just get this card and pull that little tab, and I think it will honestly brighten someone's day. I can't imagine that it wouldn't make someone smile when they get this card. Now this bundle is going to stay available in the annual catalog, but it will unbundle, so it will cost 10% more if you buy it separately. So there's our first card. Now let me look and see comments again. I gotta bring up my iPad. Oh, thanks for sharing, everybody that's sharing. Thanks so much. And thanks for commenting. Every time you like and comment and share the video, it helps me, and I am trying to grow my business. This is my full-time business, and I work hard at it, and so I really appreciate when you share it. Okay, there we go. So there's card number 1. And my computer has stalled again. You know, it just does that. Oh, there's Kim. Kim jumped on, and Kathy, you like the card. Thank you. Okay, so now I clicked refresh, and I'm getting more recent comments. So thank you for that. Okay, so there we go. There's that one. Oh, you know what? I did this wrong. So I meant to cut this card the long ways, and I didn't. And I put ribbon around. Well, we can still put a bow on it. So let's just go ahead and make a little bow here. We'll just stick a bow on. So all the ink colors have matching ribbon. It's got a little edge on the ribbon. Border, I don't know what to call it. Just go ahead and make a little bow. It's easy to tie, and it's very soft. I don't know if that comes through when you watch me tie it, but it's very soft and it's nice to work with. Some ribbon, you know, is really pretty, but it's not easy to tie, or it doesn't stay tied. Some ribbons, you know, are friendlier than others. Then we'll put a couple little mini glue dots on here. There we go. And then we'll just go ahead and let's just put a bow down here. Kind of balance out our, what else we have going on our card. Okay, so there's our first card. So of these colors, I'd like to know which might be your favorite. So I know you might not know the names yet either. It took me a while. So let me know in the comments which is your favorite. So Peach Pie, Summer Splash, whoops, Pretty and Pink. Well, these are both upside down. Petunia Pop or Shy Shamrock. Which is your favorite of these? I would like to know. You let me know while I'm getting out the other colors. Okay. So now I would like to just give a little blurb about my In Color Club. So let me show you. I'll set these here so you can still see them. Oops, I might not be able to see the names of them. There you can still see the names of them. So I've been doing this the past several years. It's been pretty popular. And I'll just show you all the colors. So this is that DSP, and this is the sparkle paper, and then that's what the ink looks like in Pretty and Pink. I'm going to go this way so I have a little bit more room here. And then this is Summer Splash. This is Peach Pie. This is Shy Shamrock. You can see the green is a little bit deeper green than it actually shows up in the catalog, and here is Petunia Pop. For the in colors, that's the way they stamp up. So every month you will get, I took my ink pad out of here, so you will get a partial packet of cardstock, you'll get the ink pad. You'll also get an ink refill. I just grabbed these really quick. We haven't been able to order the ink refills yet. Usually we can order those on pre-order, and we haven't been able to do. They didn't offer it this time on pre-order. Anyway, so the ink pad, the ink refill, a sampling of cardstock, the Stampin' Right marker, the blends markers, the DSP and that color for the month, the ribbon, I know I'm out of the screen, the ribbon for that color of the month, a sampling of the in color gems for that month. I do also send a stamped card that I've made for you, and this year I'm also going to send you the kit to make the cards that I put in the packages, so you have a kit to make it as well, because you'll have all the colors, you'll have everything you need to make the card. So I'm going to send you a card kit as well. And a PDF tutorial so you know how to make the card. So half a pack of cardstock, 1 ink pad, 1 ink refill, 1 Stampin' Right marker, 2 blends markers, full bolt of the ribbon, 5 sheets of designer paper, 1/4 sheet of the glitter paper, a color sampling of the resin dots. Those are the other dots I showed you. So these are the ones that will come monthly. And then a handmade a handmade card in your color, card kit supplies to make more of those, plus a PDF tutorial. And as a thank you from me, you'll also receive one of the months you'll get this whole pack of gems, and you'll get also a free sampling of another DSP called Unbounded Beauty. So those are the things that I'm offering in my In Color Club. If you're interested, again, that went out in my email. I think it might be going out again tomorrow. I think it is in my newsletter. Or you can message me and I can send you the link for it too. This is the Unbounded Beauty paper that I'm sending as a gift, a sampling of this. Not obviously the whole pack, but a sampling of the Unbounded Beauty because it's all in colors. I love this color. I've been using it for my swap cards. Or I love this paper rather, and it's all in colors. So, and that, again, that's called Unbounded Beauty. So that's one of the gifts for my In Color Club as well. Okay, friends, let's move on to our second card. This card, we're going to use this die. Make sure we're going to use this one. This is the card we're going to make, getting out all my bits and pieces. So now the same thing with this card that we did with the first one, in the sense that you need 3, when you're first starting, you need 3 pieces of cardstock the same size. For this card, we're using 3 3/4 by 5, and I have cut 3 pieces of that. And then on the first one, I went ahead and did the die cutting, which I've already done for us today, just to save time, but it's like I did in the first one, so you know how to do it. Then, let's go ahead and get this. Well, let's do our stamping first, and then we'll do this. So I'm going to grab some scrap paper. We need 3 little cakes for this card, and we are going to die cut them. Don't those colors just look so pretty together? And I haven't been able to see your comments yet. My computer is still spinning. So I'm looking here. So Kathy Baverka likes Summer Splash, and she's glad Pretty in Pink is back. Kim likes Summer Splash, followed by closely by Pretty in Pink. Summer Splash, girls. So that's high on your list, it looks like. All right, let's go. And they're all just so pretty. And the other thing is they just look so pretty together. You know, I'll be honest, last year's In Color cards were they weren't me. You know, I do love Boho Blue, and I've used all the others. What else? The Copper Clay I've used quite a bit. There were some surprises, but I was really glad. All that to say, I was really glad to see these colors, how pretty they are. So they're not really subtle colors, but they're also not really bright. Let's go ahead and... So I like that. They're kind of, I think both are bright color lovers and are subtle color lovers will like these in colors. There we go. If you also don't have a new catalog, and you want one, and you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, there's a stray dot. That happens a lot of times in my crafting. Let me know, and I'll make sure you get a catalog. If you're here in Lincoln, I live in Lincoln, Nebraska. If you're here in Lincoln and you don't have yours yet, you're welcome to come by. I know quite a few of you have picked them up here in town, so that's good. All right, is that all we need? Yeah, that's all we need for die cutting. Well, no, we actually need to die cut our piece here, so let's go ahead and get that back out. So we're gonna need to run through the die cutting machine several times to get all of our cakes, but that's okay. We're just crafting here together today. Okay, let me find my cutting plates here, and we'll get this going. So, you know what? First, I think I'll do our, I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to try and get closer here. I'm going to get out the die that perforates the paper. So we're just going to go, I might tape this down just so it doesn't move too much. Now, here's the thing. I really want this to be where my other paper was. Does that make sense? So I'm going to actually just going to mark this. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't mark it on my card I made. And then maybe just a little one here and one maybe down here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, because you want your strip to be in the same place that your greeting's going to be. Does that make sense? So you kind of need to know on your template. Now I'm looking for those marks, and I'm lining up all my pencil marks, which I'm sure you can't see. And I did it lightly just so I could erase them easily. Now, I think it's a little easier on the other two dies that work like this, the heart. So there's a heart die, then there's a smaller circle die, just like the one we made on the first card. There's a smaller one just like that one, and then this one. So there are 4 dies that make this perforation in this bundle. So let's go ahead and cut this one. Now we'll do our 3 little trees. We know this is right, and that's how we need it to be. So I'm going to very carefully, I'm going to do this very carefully, because you don't want, sorry, I know I'm so close to the camera. You don't want this tape to pull up your perforated die. So just be careful when you do that. This is Post-it tape I buy from Amazon, so it's easily removable. But it will pull on your cardstock sometimes, when we definitely don't want it to pull on this particular card. So got that. Now let's do our 3 cakes. If you're watching replay, just know that I do come back and read my comments. So, and if you're watching on YouTube, I'd love for you to comment as well. Obviously, if you're watching on YouTube, you figured out by now this is a Facebook Live that I've uploaded to YouTube. It isn't just a video. So that's why you're getting chit-chat and commenting on that I'm responding to on the video. So, but I'm happy you're here. I'm happy to share on YouTube what I'm making. All right, let's go ahead and do our 3 cakes. I'm going to put these where I'm going to find them. Do you ever die cut something and then you can't find it? I don't really know how that happens. It happens to me all the time. Well, actually losing everything happens to me all the time. I will have something and 5 minutes later I can't find it. And I know I have it because I just had it in my hands. Okay, I'm gonna pull this guy off. And one more cake. And let's go ahead, die cut this one. And this is your summer splash that some of you are saying is your favorite. It is really pretty. Everything in this color is really pretty. Well, everything, honestly, in all the colors is really pretty. And I'm not saying that because I sell it. I already told you I'm not like super in love with last year's ink colors, which we still have. Now, some of you might be. You might be going, I don't like these colors at all. I really liked last year's colors, and that's why I love Stampin' Up, because they are so good about giving us so much variety. There's something for everyone at Stampin' Up, and I really love that. Okay, we're ready for this card. Let's go ahead and we've got our perforated piece, so we're gonna, let's go ahead and stamp that. So this is the other stamp I was telling you about that lets them know they have to pull something. I'm gonna lightly erase my pencil marks from where I marked where to put my die. Okay, it looks like I've kind of mucked up this piece of paper, but we're going to use it because it's already die cut and we're just going with it. All right, so we're going to use the same Petunia Pop ink to stamp open here. There we go. And now we can go ahead and let's get the inside stamped so we don't forget that. We don't glue everything down and then we've forgotten to do our inside. So inside, the inside greeting for this is "You are simply amazing," and it's a long stamp, so it's going to fit in there, but let's go ahead and grab we'll stamp that in Petunia Pop too. I honestly don't remember what color I stamped it because now I have to rip off the little tab in order to see what color I stamped it, which I'm obviously not going to do. Okay, I'm going to get this lined up here. And then "You are simply amazing." I'm just going to go in. Yeah, make sure. I want to make sure but that my cards were lined up. So it's going to go in the middle there. So you can see where I was staying in the middle, and we knew where to stamp that, so it's going to be lined up with this when they open it because we made our sample or our template. So I don't know what you call it, mask, whatever it is when you have to make something first in order to use it for the second thing. That's very technical. Okay, so let's go with that. Then let's see what else we have to do here. Let's go ahead and I think we're ready to put on our DSP. So this is another pattern of the DSP. Is this what I want to do next? Just thinking through what I want to do. Let's go ahead actually and glue these together. So I'm going to, you definitely could use your, I don't want to get too close to that. Make sure that that tab, I didn't get it on the tab, but I got it a little bit close. So if you're not a glue fan, you can do this with your the adhesive runner, your Stampin' Seal. And I'm just lining this up now, like so. Make sense? So now when they pull it open, then that greeting's going to be right where it's in the middle of where they're going to tear off. Okay, so I hope that's the part I wanted to, well, some of the parts of what I wanted to show you. That's one of the things I wanted to make sure that you understood when making these cards. Okay, now this DSP has to be pretty close to this tab because the cakes, I'm not going to push this down too much because the cakes have to fit up here the way I designed this card. So, oh, and we've got plenty of room. So we're doing okay with this. We might even have room for candles on this card. Here's my first card, and I didn't feel like I had room for candles. Let's see. Let's do the middle one first. Get our dimensionals on the backs of these. I just used one. You could use two or more if you like. If you like a lot of dimensionals, I just used one. And for the sake of time, we're for sure just going to use one today. So let's go ahead and put our middle one. No, let's see. Purple is in the middle. So purple is first. See in the middle? Yeah, pretty good. I like objects to sit on something and not just be flying in the air. For the most part, there's always exceptions to that, but so that's one of the reasons I used the DSP right there. I got the idea for this from the mini catalog, so no, they didn't use DSP on their card, but this idea, so that's kind of where I got the idea. I didn't follow it exactly, but I kind of sort of followed it. Okay, let's go ahead now and let's get this anchored down. It's usually easier to work with once you get everything anchored down. So this is a piece of petunia pop, just a little bit bigger dimensions. And again, I will have the project sheet is probably going to go to my newsletter subscribers this week, and I'll probably put a link on my blog as well, createwithjoey.com. It isn't there yet, but I've already uploaded it online so that you can access it. Okay, let's put ribbon around here. We're going to go ahead and use more of this beautiful ribbon, and I'm going to tie, let's see, how do I need the ribbon? I have to always figure out how I need the ribbon to come across the front of the card so that I have the loose end in my right hand. I usually tie my ribbons right on the bolt if I can. It just saves your ribbon. So let's go ahead and, well, let's see. Maybe not. I think I need it to come this way in order for my bow to go the way I want it to go. Are you a bow tire? Let me know in the comments. Or do you not do bows? Bows are not everybody's favorite thing. They weren't mine for a long, long time. When I first started stamping, I made knots all the time. I did use ribbon, but I just made knots. I still have my album of my first cards that I made. I'd have to dig it out. I can't walk right to it, but oops. But I have it. But I find that with people that are coming to my classes that are new to stamping, that they really hate bow tying. So usually when I'm designing those cards for my people that aren't avid stampers yet, we don't do bows, or else I do them ahead of time for them to just add. So there's our peach pie ribbon. I can't wait to see what Stampin' Up! Does with fall colors. I mean, I think they'll use, you would think they'll use peach pie a lot because it can be fall. It also is very springy. All right, let's put this on a peach pie card base. Go ahead and get my, again, things disappear. I don't even know where my bone folder is. I just had it. I just had it. It's gone. Oh, there it is. Okay, there we go. And let's go ahead, and aren't those colors pretty together? I just think they make me happy. Honestly, I couldn't wait to share them with you today. I did not let myself play with ink colors too much until it was close to the new catalog launching, because there's so many good values going on now with current products. The clearance rack was updated yesterday. We have our up to 60% off retiring sale. So there's a lot of really good things. And this bundle you can still buy. So, and you can still get it at a discount. So if you want it, it would be a good time to get it. Okay, let's go ahead and grab our tool. And then I did already die cut these little glimmer flowers because I thought they were so cute. This glimmer paper is the bomb, my friends. For those of you bling people, you're going to be in happy heaven with this glimmer paper, which I am a bling person. Okay, and then what I did is I just went ahead and put do I even have any more? Looks like I just need to get out my other. This is Summer Splash. Let's use this sound. This is Summer Splash here. There we go. And then let's do Peach Pie. And then I don't have a purple one on this sheet, but we're just gonna go for Pretty in Pink on that one. And you certainly could add more gems to this, but that's our next card. And then it's all ready to go for the person that you send it to just pull and open the card. Okay, so I'm curious now, you've watched me make 2 cards with this. Is this a set you would have fun with? Kim, Summer Splash, oh, Pretty in Pink. So my comments have not updated. Let me try and refresh my page. I have one more card to show you today, and this one uses the heart. So there are 3 heart dies, and I want to explain how they work because I did not use all of them today on this card. So these are your 2 perforated circles, the larger and the smaller. They're both alike, just one bigger, one smaller. This heart die cuts out just the heart, obviously, and then this doesn't have an edge around it, a cutting edge. So if you want this dotted one, like this card, so this is a card I made using those dies, then you have to use this with that die if you want it to be cut out. And then this die is your perforated heart with your tab, and we're gonna make a card with that right now, but just so you know how all these dies work and what you're getting with the die set. Now this card is gonna go out to my newsletter subscribers, the tutorial, the complete PDF tutorial to my newsletter subscribers this week. So again, if you're not subscribed to my newsletter, be sure that you do so that you don't miss anything. I send free tutorials every week. Sometimes more than one, but just so you know. All right, let's go ahead and make this last card. So I did the same. I die cut 3 circles, and then that's going to help me know. This is just my template, so then I know with my heart what I'm going to put on the inside. And do you know that I don't have a clue what I put on the inside of this card? So this is going to be a birthday. Oh, you know what? We didn't do the inside of this. Wait. We have to do this really quick because it's a birthday card and we need to stamp it. So here's what I have on the inside. Well, I won't stamp it now. I'll stamp it later. But you can see I used the birthday stamp, and then there's a little flower stamp too. So that is for sure a birthday card, and I just need to remember to do the inside of that later so it says happy birthday. This is my 3rd card. I don't have a clue what's on the inside of this, so I'm guessing because it's a heart, I put sending you love. So we're just going to go with that. Now let me find my little tab here. And I'm hearing a lot of commotion. Sorry, I'm distracted. My husband is traveling today. So yes, he's bringing down salt for our water softener before he goes on his trip. Sending love. I think this is what I put on the inside. I really don't know, but since it's the heart, I'm guessing that's what I did. And okay, so now I need to decide. I'm just gonna think of remember that my tab is just to the right a little bit and kind of straight. My heart's straight up and down, and my tab is just a little bit to the right there, so that I know when I close this up where that tab is. All right, here we go. Sending you lots of love. That's why you have to have your template, because you kind of have to have your wits about you. You're probably saying, well, Joey, you don't necessarily have your wits about you, but I realize that. But you need to have your wits about you when you're making this, so that you don't go like this with your top part and they pull it and you're all out of whack. Does that make sense? So you want to keep track of where, when you did your template, where you put your little tab. Okay, so there's that. Now let's go to oh, I thought I had die cut one of these. I guess not. So we'll go ahead and die cut one so that we can make the front of our card. So hang on a second. Let's go ahead and get the perforated heart. We'll get that centered on our circle. And then let's go ahead and die cut our white circle. Just getting that centered. And then here we go with this. Now I actually could have stamped the heart first on the circle. Now I'm going to need to stamp on the die cut circle, but that's okay. I like to live dangerously here. Not really, but that's kind of the way it kind of ends up. All right, so now I'm going to take my Summer Splash, which is all of you guys, it's not all of your favorite, but a lot of your favorites that you typed in the comments. And then let's go ahead. I'm inking these. My husband's coming here for a second.
I'll see you set Friday night.
Make sure you brush off your sweater, honey.
I'll see you Friday night.
Okay. All right. So I am gonna. No, I don't need my mat. I was gonna grab my piercing mat, but we're just gonna live dangerously here and hope that this stamps. See why I'm saying I probably should have stamped it first and then put my die around it, but I did pretty good. I'm happy with that, so that's okay. Now in the heart, well, let's see, what am I trying to say here? So for this card, let's go ahead and build our card. We're ready to do that. So this is going to go under here, and since I know that, you know, this is kind of how I stamped it, with this guy over here. When I'm saying this guy, I mean this little tab, and then I'm just going to go kind of right there. Just going to eye it, and I think that's probably about right. And then I should have put some glue down, gel. That was kind of silly. All right, let's try that again. Let's put the glue on this so we don't get any glue. You can't get any glue on your little tab part that's going to pull out. because then you will glue it shut. I'm saying that to you, but I'm also saying it to myself. Okay, so there we've got our circle ready to go. And now that's ready for the front of our card. Let's go ahead and build our card. So we're gonna take basic white thick. And again, if you get the card kits for these, if you put in your order with this host code, and you do have to use the host code. Stampin' Up! Used to let us call them and have orders added to the host code for people that forgot it, but they don't do that anymore. Once in a rare while they'll do it, but they aren't happy about it. This is your summer splash again. Glad I used it today because people are wanting to see it. And this is your, I just used another piece of contrasting cardstock for the middle of my card. Anyway, you'll get, if you get an order in this week, you will get some of the samples of the new colors in your card kits for this week. There we go. And then this is that new paper I was telling you about, that you'll also get a sampling from me as a gift. I don't know. So this, I didn't have any more of this paper, so I don't know if we do this or we do this. I'm thinking maybe this one. I think it's, I'm going to make an executive decision. I would ask you to chime in, but I'm just going to go ahead and, to save time, I'm going to go ahead and go with this one. This paper is gorgeous too. And then we'll go ahead and pop this up with dimensionals. You can put your dimensionals anywhere on the back of this, but I would put maybe more than normal because they are going to pull on the tab, so you don't want this to come off. We'll just put one in the center too. You don't want all the circles to come off, makes sense? Yeah, when they pull. I can't see your comments, so yes, I'm just here blithering to myself. I knew this Facebook Live would take a little longer today because it takes a while when you have some... Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Oh, no, we're good. I thought I forgot to put the pull on it, but for this card, I actually die cut a little label. I know it takes a while, finish my train of thought, it takes a while sometimes when you're showing these kinds of cards that have some intricacy in the dies. Oh, I already cut a piece of twine. So I'm just taking my Essentials Baker's twine. It comes in all black, white, ivory, crumb cake, and gray. I'm just making a bow. And then I put a lot of adhesive. Oh, I didn't stamp it yet. Dang, well, that's not going to work. Okay, it's got adhesive on. I'm just going to stick it down on my mat. And then we're going to do the open here again. And we'll just, since we did the all green paper, I'm going to go with purple on this card. Petunia pop, and make sure my stamp is clean. Petunia pop for this one. Oh, I forgot I stuck it down to my mat so it didn't move. Okay, open here. There we go. Oh, and you know what? It should have been closer to the left. I think I actually have another one of these. Well, maybe not. That's right. We'll make it work. Okay, now you're going to take your bow and you're just going to, since you have adhesive all over the back of your label, we're just going to take our bow and I'm going to have it just kind of stick out from behind my label. That's kind of big. Let's see if I can pull it. No, that's right. We'll go with it. You might want to make it a little bit smaller when you're making it. And then let's go ahead and use mini dimensionals, of which I'm not pulling up here. Can you hear my puppy whining? He's whining. Last week I didn't corral him for my Facebook Live, and as I was sitting stamping during my Facebook Live, he was licking my toes and my feet and my shoes and my legs. It was distracting. Now I'm going to put this open here right over that tab so that they see that there. And then I did go ahead and die cut another purple flower. Then one thing I do with these two before I put it on, I kind of scrunch them up with my fingers like that. I just squeeze them like that because I want to make sure that glue dot is on the left part of this tab so that it doesn't, again, it doesn't pull. But that's going to pull. Can you see how that's going to pull okay right there, even with the flower on it? So I think we're good. And then let's go ahead and put a little dot on the flower. These, we'll use the matte dots on this one. Also, if your order is $50 or more, you'll also get a new embellishment. It might not be one of these in color ones, but it will be a current one. Okay, there's that one. So there's your third one. Let's trim this bow. This bow is kind of annoying, but we'll let it go. Okay, let's put a couple more of these Summer Splash dots on. These are the Summer Splash ones. So let's go down here. And let's use another one here. So now we've got our 3 surprises. So we put lots of love on that one. So let's put it inside. Maybe You're the Best. We'll use that one again. Let's do that. Lots of love. And then maybe in purple. Yeah, we'll do purple. You're the best. I want to thank you for spending your time with me today. We're not quite done, but we're just about done. And I would love for you to subscribe to my email list. I keep my email subscribers well informed and with any Stampin' Up! Events and my events. And I also offer free tutorials, as I said earlier. Let's put some little pink hearts on here because it's so cute. So be sure to sign up so you don't miss anything. Okay, my friends, which one is your favorite? So number 1, let's go the daisy. I don't know if that's a daisy, but we're going to call it daisy. Number 1, the daisy, or number 2, the cakes, or number 3, the hearts. Which one is your favorite? I'd love to know. And thank you again. Let me go ahead and check my comments. So if you've had any questions, you can always email me with questions too. Kathy, hi Martha, how are you doing? Hi Julie, I'm so happy you could join me. My laptop just doesn't keep up with the comments. I'm just gonna have to call our internet provider. Pam, you love the colors this year. I do too. The in colors, me too. Okay, Kathy, sounds good. And Martha's here. All right, and I'm just kind of going through the cards. It looks like I didn't really miss anything. But again, if you're watching the replay, I'd love for you to comment as well. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. And thanks so much for joining me today. And next week, I won't be live because I will be in Mexico. On the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip. I earned the trip last year thanks to many of you that are so supportive. I'm really grateful for that. Very few demonstrators get to earn it and get to go, so I'm really excited about a week of resting, relaxation, and catching up with Stampin' Up! Friends. And so I won't be live next week. I might come live from Mexico, but not with a stamping class like this week, like normal. But I will be back the next week, so I hope you join me in 2 weeks again, Wednesdays, 12:30 live. Thanks again for watching. Take care, everybody. Have a good rest of your week. Bye-bye.